Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all doing good on today? Okay. Yeah, I was just going. Today's Saturday 7th. I did have a dream. I speak about that on the back end. I speak about that on the back end. Trying to see what my daughter want. What does she even want right now? Let's see. Cause I got her iPad.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, what you want?
What you doing?
I'm gonna do a video.
With my iPad?
Yeah, cause I gotta read something off your iPad. Girl, you think I'm finna just go through your stuff, don't it? Dang, you came out fast. Like, my mom gave my iPad. I ain't finna look through your stuff. I'm just doing what I said I was gonna do, then I'm gonna give it right back.
You didn't say anything. You said you had to search up something.
I'm searching it up now. If you don't let me finish this, I'm bringing it in her. I'm not doing no more than what I said.
Usually, like, take an hour or so.
Look, I'm gonna be in there, and I'm not going through nothing. I just gotta read this, and this is a lot to read. So I'm just trying to do this, and you got your iPad. I'm getting it right back to you. You do not have to worry about that.
You got any snacks in here?
I have no snacks.
Oh.
Did you want to say hey to the people?
No.
Come here. There you go. Come here. Come on, say hey. They see you.
No.
Well, you got your hair right there. Say hey to everybody.
No.
You don't want to say hey to everybody?
Mm-mm.
Y'all, this my daughter, the one that's sarcastic.
Hey, I'm not
Coming hounding me. She's hounding me right now.
I'm not hounding you.
About her iPad.
Hey.
Huh?
Hey, I'm not hounding you.
You hounding me.
I'm just worried for my precious little iPad.
You worried. Don't be worried. It's in good hands.
Okay.
I knew she'd come down here. She came running. I was like, let me see your iPad. I'm going to give it right back. My daughter came running outside. I was like, she coming out here for that iPad. That's what she doing. Yeah, cause some stuff I gotta read, y'all. Like, I thought it was gonna be easy for me to just say this, but it's not. But I did have a dream today on Saturday 7th. I'm gonna speak on that. But when I woke up, God, He led me to He want me to speak on the fruits of the. He want me to speak on what is called the 22 spiritual gifts. And it's more than that, actually. But He want me to speak on this. So I'm finna speak on this, and it's so many that I'm looking like, oh, that's a lot. So people talk about the seven fruits of the spirit and stuff like that, but He want me to speak on the 22 spiritual gifts. Okay, so the 22 spiritual gifts are a combination of gifts mentioned in 1 Corinthians 12, 8 through 10, 28, 29, Romans 12, 3 through 8, and Ephesians 4 and 11. They include wisdom, knowledge, faith, healing, miracles, prophecy, discernment, speaking in tongues, interpretation of tongues, apostleship, teaching, service, exhortation, giving, leadership, mercy, evangelism, and administration. Okay, that's a lot, ain't it? That's a lot of gifts, ain't it? You didn't think it was gift because you do it like it's part of your regular routine. Like the spiritual gifts, this like part of your regular routine to even just do what you're doing. So you don't even see it as a gift. So I'm finna read it now. It says there are different perspectives on the number and nature of spiritual gifts, with some lists including 22 or more. 22 or more gifts, y'all. Common lists often based on biblical passages include the categories like prophecy, teaching, wisdom, knowledge, faith, healing, let me stop, miracles, and discernment. Other gifts mentioned are speaking in tongues, interpretation of tongues, service, administration, encouragement, giving, leadership, and mercy. I thought wisdom and knowledge was the same thing. I guess it's different. I need to Google it and see what's the difference between wisdom and knowledge, because they are considered two separate type of gifts, y'all. But I ain't better do that now. I can't do it. God, like, you know what? God make doing this to me. Because He telling me, go and get what you need to get so you can do what you need to do. Because all I get is my vehicle and my phone. And God like, I'm going to get my daughter an iPad. I'm doing this. I need to get my own stuff together so I can go through and go through all this and set up right. Because I be trying to rush and do this. And it's going to take time to break this down. Especially people who don't really understand, like, understand everything going on, and then trying to explain the foundation and everything just to get in the detail can be a lot. It could be a lot. That's why I be like, dang, for me, especially when I talk about when God always take me to the Garden of Eden with Adam and Eve, I be like, dang, it's going to be long. That's why I said that in yesterday's video, y'all. Because I knew it was going to be long, because just going through that. And it's a lot dealing with it when they went into the Garden of Eden. Like, it's so much to take in with that little one incident. Like, it's so much. Okay, y'all, but I'm back to this. So it's like, here are a more detailed breakdown of some of the gifts drawn for various sources. So one is called apostleship and engineering, and it's called foundational ministry, establishing new churches or ministries. Prophecy, speaking God's word with clarity and conviction. Teaching, explaining and applying biblical truths. Wisdom, applying knowledge to practical situations. Knowledge, understanding and interpreting God's word. I just said I need to look up wisdom and knowledge. And then I'm like, I'm going to have to do it later. But what I'm reading breaks down wisdom from knowledge. So I ain't never had to do it no way. Okay. Faith, strong belief and trust in God's promises. Healing, divine ability to restore physical, emotional, and spiritual health. Miracles, performing supernatural acts beyond the ordinary. Discernment, distinguishing between good and evil, truth and error. Speaking in tongues, speaking in a language unknown to the speaker, often for prayer or worship. Interpretation of tongues, explaining the meaning of the tongues of others. Service, helps, meeting practical needs and assisting others. Administration, organizing and managing tasks and resources. Encouragement, exhortation, inspiring and motivating others. Giving, generously sharing resources with others. Leadership, guiding and directing others in a godly way. Mercy, showing compassion and empathy to those in need. Hospitality, warmly welcoming and caring for guests. And when I look up like mercy, I had did a post and I'm like, shoot, everybody getting grace. I get everybody grace. I said, cause shoot, I need some extra points out here. I give you grace, God give me grace. So I'm like, all is forgiven. Because I need God to forgive all for me. So I got to give it out. Okay, it says some of these also include artistic expression and craftsmanship as spiritual gifts. Recognizing the creative abilities given by God. The concept of spiritual gifts is often connected to the idea that every believer is given at least one for the benefit of the church and the world. So I'm finna go up and look up artistic expression, because everybody in my house is artistic. Like, all of them got artistic abilities, including me. Now, I got so many abilities. Like, I got so much stuff I can do, y'all. It's nothing I can't do, really. I'm letting this load up. Yeah, I can do everything. Before I could braid hair, but before I even braid it, before I could braid, I started out sewing before I could braid. So I could sew clothes and stuff. Like, that was my first, like, people think it's braiding. I was sewing before I was braiding. So I was sewing, braiding. I was trying to do the guitar. I was doing that for a little bit. I'm finna start back with the guitar because it seemed like everything kind of stabilized a little bit. I played saxophone from 6th to 12th grade. I was on the saxophone. I know. I could dance. I used to win every dance competition. Like, it ain't no number 2. I can do everything but sing. I can draw. I can cook. Like, everything. Like, literally everything but sing. That's the one thing God said I will not let you do. And now I think that my voice is made for rock and roll. So I'm like, okay, I think my voice is made for something. I got to figure it out though. Okay, y'all, I'm on the artistic expression. Anything I go out and do, I can do it. Like, I don't have to have no knowledge, no nothing. Like, it's just gonna come natural. Everything but singing. Okay, artistic expression is often viewed as a spiritual gift, a divine ability to communicate God's beauty, messages, and truth through various art forms like music, dance, painting, and writing. This gift stems from God's own creative nature and serves to express his attributes, facilitate worship, and connect believers into a deeper spiritual reality. The biblical basis. Exodus 30, Exodus 35 through 33. This passage describes God filling Bezalel with the Spirit of God and wisdom and understanding and knowledge and all manner of workmanship to design and create artistic works, highlighting artistic skills as a divinely given ability for creation. So, it's a understanding the gift, divine communication. The gift allows artists to communicate God's beauty, awesomeness, and message in ways that go way beyond mere words. Expression of God's nature. Since God is the ultimate creator, his attributes, including creativity, are reflected in the gifts he gives people. Forms of expression. This gift can manifest in numerous art forms such as music and dance, fine arts, which include drawing, creative writing, and craftsmanship and design. Worship and praise. Artists can use their gifts as a form of praise, inspiring others to focus on God's glory. Spiritual encounters. Art can invite people into a deeper spiritual encounter, fostering comfort, peace, and a deeper relationship with God. Personal growth. Artistic expression provides a way for individuals to process emotions, express themselves authentically, and grow spiritually. Did y'all know that? Y'all know that artistic ability, people always talk about, yeah, you got the gift of prophecy. So you got this, but if you are an artist, you also are in line with God and his gift. You got a spiritual gift, just being an artist. Another one that's on here is craftsmanship. I'm clicking on it now to see what it say. So while it's loading up, yeah, it ain't nothing I can't do. It to the point it be funny. It's to the point it be funny, y'all. Cause my kids, this loading up. Cause my kids, they supposed to be like doing the Christmas tree this year. I'm backing off for decorating. I'm like, y'all do the tree. So I let them do the tree, and then I was like, I'm gonna let y'all do the tree. Cause I was listening to my younger kids. I just said what my young kids said. I said, cause y'all more modern. Y'all gonna do the tree this year. And then my kids said, mama, when you come decorate, you be cutting up. But I be wanting them to kind of get into it too. So I don't want to just be sitting there, just putting everything together. Like, I could do it if it needs to be done, but I be wanting the other kids to kind of express themselves and what they want to do. So I was like, okay, y'all, this year y'all do the tree. However y'all feel like y'all want to decorate, it's on y'all. Okay, so it's like craftsmanship. Craftsmanship is a spiritual gift that focuses on creating and producing beautiful and useful things, revealing God's glory, beauty, and purpose. It's an ability to design and make with skill and attention to detail, reflecting God's attribute to creativity. This gift can manifest in traditional crafts, fine arts, or even in everyday activities like cooking. I said that. Sewing. I said that too. And building, where the creator is a channel of God's love and beauty. God's workmanship. The Apostle Paul uses the term workmanship derived from the Greek word for craftsmanship in Ephesians 2:10, stating, "For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus." This verse emphasizes that individuals are God's masterpiece, loving and intentionally fashioned by him. So it's a Bezalel and Oholiab. The gift of craftsmanship. Dang, I hope I ain't got to say it no more. The gift of craftsmanship is first mentioned in the Bible in Exodus 31, 1-5, where the Lord fills Bezalel with the Spirit of God, giving him skill, ability, and knowledge in all kinds of craft for the tabernacle. Manifestation for the gift. fine arts and design. This includes artistic design and the ability to create beauty in its many forms, such as painting, sculpting, and decorating objects. Skilled manual labor. It involves the precise and careful use of manual skill to create things of value and beauty, including architecture, carpentry, and metalworking. Creative expression in daily life. The gift of craftsmanship extends to ordinary acts of creation like cooking, sewing, and home building, where one uses their skill for the glory of God. Purpose and impact reveals God's glory. Craftsmen are channels through whom God's beauty and glory are revealed to others. Reflect God's nature. Since God is inherently creative, this spiritual gift allows believers to participate in his creative nature, serve others. The creation of beauty and its use for items serves to bless and edify others, focusing God's purpose for the gift. Okay. I guess that's it, y'all. So, yeah, it just speaking on all the gifts that God gave us. And then I think it's just so, like, it's intertwined with our normal life, so we don't really realize it as being a spiritual gift from God. Like, we look at it like it's regular, it's normal, but the gifts and abilities that God gives us to function in our everyday life are they're actually spiritual gifts, all of it. So, yeah, there was just like a lot of them. I didn't know so many. And as I was reading about the artistic and craftsmanship, I'm like, it's me and my family right there. Them kids be cutting up. My kid, they cutting up. Ooh. Okay. So, yeah, y'all. So I was just speaking on it. God just woke me up to speak on the gifts of God. I don't know if y'all are aware of the gifts of God, but those are some of the gifts. Yeah. So, yeah, I had a dream today, Saturday, Sabbath. Saturday, Sabbath. So the radar go off, ding, 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 and thing I see on Saturday. This dream pretty quick, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. But in this dream, because I gotta speak everything, God just told me to speak everything. So I have to do a video, and the other video with Eve and Adam, it would, just to get into that, you have to just break down this foundation of everything to even get into what's going on, and that could be time consuming. Instead of just saying what needs to be said, sometimes you have to break it down a little bit. I kept it on the surface as much as I could. Okay, before I get into this, God, he told me that, in my past video, I was speaking on Adam and Eve. And when I was speaking on Adam and Eve in that video, I said that Satan could not deceive Adam. I said that. I said Satan could deceive Eve because he tricked her to eat the fruit. I said, but Satan could not deceive Adam. And the reason why Satan could not deceive Adam is because Adam knew the truth. If you know the truth, you cannot be deceived. If you know the truth, nobody can trick you if you know the truth. So at that point, you can only be influenced to do whatever it is you're doing. So Eve was deceived, Adam was influenced. And when you're dealing with free will, you either going to be deceived and tricked, or you just going to be influenced. And that's the two tug of wars that gonna pull against your free will. And if you look back at stuff you've been dealt with in life, go back and figure out, was I deceived when this happened? Did somebody trick and deceive me? Or was I just influenced to do it? Like whenever you make a choice, you either gonna be tricked and deceived to do it, or you gonna be influenced to do it. Every choice that you make. That's the limit of Satan when it comes to your free will. Now, at a certain point, when you allow demons to enter you, you're going to lose more and more of yourself in this process, and the demons going to get more and more power over you. They're going to get power over your free will, so to speak. So, and I'm going to use, for example, drugs. Okay, first, when you start doing drugs, just say you was influenced, and you like, okay, one of your friends influenced you, and you say, okay, let me do drugs. You allowed yourself to be open to doing this, and you use your free will. And as you use your free will, you getting weaker and weaker and weaker in this process, and the spirit and the demon of that drug is getting stronger and stronger and stronger over your free will. So at first you might do drugs like once a week, once a month socially, but then you see yourself doing drugs more and more and more regularly, and you see yourself having like this dependent on drugs. It's because the spirit that you allowed to enter through you, which was attached to that drug, is now taking over. And I told you that when you're dealing with these spirits, these demons, it's a void that cannot be filled. So even though you might start out with marijuana, you might start popping pills, that ain't gonna be enough. Then you might move to other stuff, that ain't gonna be enough. And then you're gonna end up just going to whatever you're going to, and all day, every day, you're just trying to fill this void through drugs that cannot be filled, because the appetite of the demon, it's a void. It's an appetite that can't be filled. It's no way to fill this appetite. Like, I don't care how much drugs you do, you're going to want more and more and more and more and more and more and more every day. All you're going to do is think about drug. Like, it's going to be a never-ending cycle, because you're dealing with this spirit. And spirits are eternal. They have, and it just go on eternally. But you in this physical body trying to feed an eternal demon, an eternal spirit that have no appetite, have no, like, it just get deeper and deeper and deeper, darker and darker and darker. And there's no end until you end your body. Until you end. That's when it got to find something else. So that's how they do. They have to, when they get through with you, if you OD or whatever you got going on, and you are no use, it got to find another body to attach itself to. And it's going to put them through the same cycle. And so, and these spirits have to be invited in. It's an order. It's a law and order and process that's going on. And they have to have access. So you have to figure out what the access point is. When did you invite this spirit in? And it could have been you just eating a gummy. You didn't invite a spirit in. That gummy that you ate invited other spirits in. Because spirits run in packs. So even though you like, okay, let me try this edible, or let me pop this pill, that spirit that was attached to you popping that pill also attracted and attached itself to other spirits more powerful than just that pill popping. And they all is like trying to live in you, and all of them is trying to just, trying to feed an appetite that can't be filled. Y'all get it? Because I ain't trying to go too deep in this. I'm trying to keep on the surface, but it's a lot. So you have to find access points of what's going on. Some of it could be generational. If your parents were on drugs, it could be a door for you to be on drugs. Like, it could be something through the bloodline where if they were alcoholics, then you were born into it through your bloodline. They got access. Like, that's one way to have access. You just have to figure out access points, and then you have to cancel out those access points. But it's a certain order that go on in the spiritual, and you have to, and they follow the order. Like, I don't care what's going on, what you see. God is in control, and all of it obey God, and all of it follow God's rules and regulations. Everything that you're seeing is allowing an order with it, and even through your free will. Because at a certain point when you're doing drugs, you will have no free will. You're going to do it, in your mind, you're going to feel like you got to do it all day, every day. That means your free will dealing with it has been taken, stripped from you. So the spirit has already just gotten your mind to the point where now you're not operating through your free will to say, yes, I want to try this, or no. Now you feeling like you depending on it to the point where it's controlling you. So now you become a slave to the drug and to the addiction that you introduced when you voluntarily said, okay, yeah, let me try this pill. It opened this door, and now it's just so overwhelming. And so when it gets to the point where it's just so overwhelming, that's what Jesus stepped in. That's what you call on Jesus. Like, I can't do this. Because you don't even know how many spirits is attached and lashed to you through that drug. Because they run in packs. Because by themselves, they're not strong. So they have to pack up to be strong. And they run in packs. And that's why you have to, at a certain point, when you feel like it's too much going on in your life, and your life is just spiraling out of control, you have to call on Jesus, and then he'll help get everything in alignment with what you got going on. But a lot of time when God heal you, you gon' and it's a process. Cause as I speak, it take me deep into this. And I ain't trying to be here like this. Okay, so I'm just gonna speak on this because in my mind, I'm knowing where it's going. So that's why y'all might hear me say dang, because I'm knowing this is going like in a different direction on something else. And I'm not really trying to, but I got to speak on it to explain it. Okay, so if you're dealing with something and you're spiraling out of control, and just say you are delivered from whatever it is that you're spiraling out of control, like it's cast out of you and you feel clean, you're like an empty house at this point. So your house is empty. So if you don't fill yourself with the word and with God, those same spirits that was cast out of you is going to come back to you. And they're going to be 7 times stronger than before. That's in Matthew. So if you get delivered from something, let me see if I can. So if you get delivered from something, y'all, and just say you're doing good for a little bit, because your house is empty, those same spirits, they're going to wander away and then they're going to come back to you. But the thing about them coming back to you is that they're going to bring 7 spirits more wicked than before. So even though you got delivered before, it's going to be way harder for you to get delivered a second time and possibly a third time. So you want to you want to try to establish your house. You don't want to be walking around no empty house and you just got these spirits cast out of you. And they saw you as a home for them. They coming back to you. So I'm finna find this real quick. I know. God, what is going on? I think it's 20. Is it 24? Matthew. Well, I went to the Great Tribulation, which I was telling y'all about. Thank God. The parable of the wise and foolish virgins. I've been telling y'all about being wise and foolish. I'm going because my spirit led me to this, so I'm just speaking out loud while I'm looking for this right here. But I'm going into I might have to cut it off. If it don't go and show me, I'm finna cut this off and hurry up and try to find where this is. I done spoke on this before about the spirit and Jesus casting the spirit out and the spirit finding no rest. They don't find no rest. So if they can't find another body, they don't find no rest. Because I told you the spirits, they wrong. They're disembodied. They don't have peace. And so when they jump on you, that's a form of rest for them. So if they don't find no rest, they ain't got no peace, they coming back to you. The same spirit that you were delivered from is coming back to you, and it's coming back 7 times stronger. So you have to be strong enough to be able to not fall back into the trap again. Like, you got to be strong enough, because what's coming is going to be stronger than it was before. So you got to prepare yourself for this spirit is going to try to come back. And I can't let it come back. So you got to get yourself in a position where you're able to be strong, be strong enough to overcome the temptations of the spirit that you just got delivered from, whatever they may be. And a lot of people, they get delivered, but they just become an empty vessel. And when they become an empty vessel and they don't feel that vessel, it just makes them more open than before for other things to take on them. So to me, it's kind of dangerous when you're dealing with that. When you're dealing with people being delivered and they not going through the whole process, the entire process of this deliverance, and you just pull the demon out of them and you cast the demon out, but you don't equip them with what they need to put into their bodies to protect, so that the spirit can't come back. A lot of people don't do that. They just be like, "Ooh, you delivered." So you walking around an open body. You open now. You open like Eve in the Garden of Eden. You just open. When they see that, they in the spiritual, they can see that. They finna try to latch back to you, and 9 times 10, they will end up latching back to you because you didn't properly go through the whole process that you need to go through. Okay, to be fully healed, not just cast out, but fully delivered to the point where it can't come back, because you already occupied with the Holy Spirit. You already got a spirit there, so it can't come back to you. But if you leave and you empty, but you done been delivered from this, when you relapse, it's going to be so bad. When you relapse, because you didn't go through the proper channels, the full steps needed to be delivered from it. So that's how it be. So that's why when people relapse, it be real bad. Like, and when the spirit leave and come back, in they mind, they like, I ain't leaving no more. Like, this person is not. This person might have got one up on me. This person might have got one up on me and might cast me out. But this time, I'm finna bring the big dogs. And this time, we staying. We ain't going nowhere. That's how spirits be. And so, when you get them out and they see that you done got them out, they come back, they mad. And they come back 7 times worse than before. So if you end up relapsing, going back to something you were delivered from, it's going to be very, extremely hard. It's not impossible, but it's going to be extremely hard for you to get delivered from it. Like, it's going to take you down through there. Like, you're going through the mud at that point. Because them spirits, they mad. So when they get in you, you going to know they mad. Because they finna act out inside of you. I'm like, God, come on now, God. Where is it at? I might be overlooking it, though. Okay. I said, where is it? God took me to it. I knew he was going to take me to it, y'all. It be natural. Okay, it say an unclean spirit returns. And this apply for, like, addiction. This apply for the spirit of lust. This apply for any spirit that you have been delivered from. This verse right here applies to all of it. So if you wondering, Doc, I was delivered, but it was worse the second time around. Yeah. This verse is specifically for that. So if you delivered, you got a whole process you got to go through. Like, the deliverance is just the beginning. That's not the end. Like, when you get delivered from something, that's the first step. It's a whole process you got to go through to be fully delivered to the point where you will not relapse back into whatever God pulled you out of. Okay, say an unclean spirit returns. This is Matthew 12:43. When an unclean spirit goes out of a man, he goes through dry places, seeking rest, and finds none. So once he casts out of you, he trying to find rest. But he's a disembodied spirit. It is no rest for a disembodied spirit. So he just roaming around. It's like, then he says, I will return to my house from which I came. And when he comes, he find it empty, swept, and put in order. So it's like when he cast out of you, or you finally start getting yourself together, getting yourself in order, he find that it's been empty, it's clean, and it's getting back together. Like, you starting to get yourself back together, and you getting yourself in order now, because he's not there no more. It's like, then he goes and take with him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter and dwell there. So it's saying that after he see that you swept and everything clean and you getting yourself together, but you still empty, you done cast him out, but you ain't really refilled or restock yourself up with the spirit that you need to protect you. You just walking around empty out here. It say, then he goes and he takes with him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter and they dwell there. He come back with 7 more spirits. He coming back. It was 1 spirit at first. You finna deal with 7, 8 spirits now. And the last state of the man is worse than the first. The last state you was in is going to be worse than the first state you was in. So when you got delivered from this right here and you thought that was bad, if these side spirits that God had pulled up out of you come back to you, and one way or another you end up going back into that, it's going to be worse. It's just going to be worse than before, because now you're dealing with way more. And it's going to be way harder to get all these spirits all out, because it's coming with more spirits than before, too. It says, so it shall also be with this wicked generation. So when I look at that right there, that verse, I apply it to, like, any kind of, like, spirit, anything that God deliver you from. I apply that verse to that. I apply that verse to relationships. When God pull you out of a relationship and you end up going back to that relationship, it's going to be worse than before. It's going to be worse than before. So what you thought it was, and you go back to what you thought it was, and you create another covenant with what God pulled from you, it's going to be worse than before. So if God deliver you from addiction, when you come back, somebody might be like, you might have got delivered from fentanyl. So you got delivered from fentanyl. You feel good. You cleaning up. You getting yourself together. The spirits watching you do this, and they looking like, I'm finna go back. And so you being delivered from fentanyl, one of your friends come back, and you just been delivered, like a recovering addict. You just got delivered from fentanyl, but you doing good for yourself, and you been clean for a couple of months. And then you link up with one of your friends, and they smoking weed, and you just like, ooh, this ain't gonna do nothing. You smoke weed with them. When you smoke weed, it's seven spirits attached to that weed that you smoking that you don't even know about. And so when you smoke the weed, you find yourself, you on fentanyl, you gonna be on that trank. You're going to end up on trank this time, because the spirit that you thought that you got rid of, it actually came 7 times strong. So your condition might have been fentanyl. Now you're going to be hooked on that trank. So you're going to be worse than you was when you first started, because you went back to what you were delivered from. But you not knowing you going back is going to be worse, because it brought more spirits with it. You thinking it's going to be like, oh, I'm just smoking weed. Okay, I'm just going to drink. Like, that's what you thinking in your mind. The deception of Satan. He got you thinking it in your mind. But he ain't telling you that it's 7 spirits attached to that alcohol that you don't even know about. That's more wicked than what you even been through the first time you even got delivered. Like, Satan not telling you all that. All you see is the weed and thinking like, oh, yeah, I can maintain on weed. Like, that ain't nothing. That ain't a blunt. But you're going to be spiraling out of control at this point. So, I see all of it as spiritual. I see all addiction is spiritual, like all of it. And it's spirits that controlling you, that making you do certain things. Like this me. I see all of it is being controlled in the spiritual. And it need a body. And that's what I was saying. So, okay, God, I spoke on that. Okay, so it take me to, dang, yeah. I'm just going to keep going. Because God took me this way. And now I'm finna go back to that way. So when you go to the Garden of Eden, I don't know if I even spoke on this or not, but I'm finna repeat myself. But when Adam and Eve was in the Garden of Eden and they was tempted, my mind is taking me back. I don't want to stop to tell y'all everything I'm thinking. Okay, let me just speak this. Okay, Adam and Eve, when they was in the Garden of Eden, you cannot be deceived if you know the truth. You cannot be deceived if you know the truth. So when you dealing with Adam and Eve and they in the Garden of Eden, and Adam and God didn't establish a covenant, God told Adam, do not eat this fruit, for you should surely die. God told Adam this. It's understood. They have a covenant established. So when Satan come into the picture and he see Eve, he know that Eve don't have a covenant established with God concerning this. He know that Eve heard through Adam, which create a gray area. Yeah, maybe he did say this, and maybe he didn't, because now it's open for interpretation. Like, what did he really mean? Like, did he mean it word for word, or we should surely die? Like, what? Because they never knew death, so they don't even know what that means. So she confused. So he used deception and he tricked her. So he couldn't go to Adam and say, hey, God didn't really say that. Because when he went to Eve, he was like, God didn't really say that. Do you think you would really die? Like, do you think you would really die? This is what he telling Eve, because he deceiving her. But imagine him going to Adam with that same little game and saying, do you think you will really die? You think God really said you gonna die if you eat that fruit? But him knowing the truth, he couldn't be deceived. Like, the truth is going to cancel out the deception. So if you know the truth about anything going on, it's no way you can be deceived at that point. So Adam could not be deceived. And Satan knew this. Satan like, well, he can't be deceived. He spoke directly to God. God told him he was going to kill him. He was going to die if he ate that fruit. He like, so I can't trick him to make him think he's not going to die. Because God told him this, and he know what God told him word for word. But Eve, she don't know, because she never talked to God about this. She heard it through the grapevine. She heard Adam tell her, okay, God said we can't eat this fruit. But that's all she heard, and that's all she had to go by. So he like, I could trick her. But Adam, I can't come directly to Adam and trick him and deceive him, because he knows the truth. He cannot be deceived if he know the truth, y'all. So Eve, she was deceived. So at this point, he was like, well, okay, I'm just going to use influence. I can't trick him, but I can influence him. And what's gonna influence him more than like what's the only thing that can influence him here? Eve. So I'm gonna use her to influence him. And so that's how he did that. So he like, okay, I can't trick Adam. I can't deceive him. Cause Adam know the truth. He like, but I can influence him. And so the radar should go off a little bit, y'all. Ding, 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 ding. So when you out here and you dealing with the truth, it's no way you can be deceived with the truth. It's no way somebody can lie to you to your face and you know the truth. But what can happen is you can be influenced. And influence means you know the truth and you just gonna do what you want to do. So influence is the byproduct of you knowing the truth. You know the truth and you still choose to do it. So, but deception and being deceived and tricked, you don't know the truth. Like, you really don't know the truth. That's how you are deceived, to believe the lie. So just keep that in mind, y'all. So when you out here, even through all the stuff going on, all the research, like, they try to keep the truth from you. Because if they keep the truth from you, they can deceive you. But if you know the truth, then the only type of ability they got is influence. And a lot of times you just not going to fall for everything they throwing at you through influence. So they have to trick you and deceive you. But once you figure out the truth of what's going on with whatever you got going on in your life, once you figure out the truth of that, it's no deception there. Like, boom, it's canceled out at that point. The truth will cancel out deception. And then so at that point, if truth cancels out, if you only got two ways, y'all, for your free will to be influenced, and that's through deception, and that's through influence. Two ways for your free will to be influenced. And you can't be influenced through deception because you know the truth. The only other way would be influence. That's the only other way you would actually be like, you would be put in a position to use your free will. It would have to come through influence at that point. And just apply it to your life. What I'm telling you. Like, in the beginning of the video, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go, but at the beginning of the video, cause it seems like I'm rambling, but it's not, cause it's like patches of stuff coming to me. Did I speak on my dream yet? I ain't even speak on my dream. Okay. So, when you go back, at the beginning of the video, I said, when you go back and you look at choices that you made in your life, look and see if you was influenced to make a choice. And that influence mean that basically you knew the truth and you just wanted to do what you wanted to do. Like, influence is you making a decision knowing the truth. That's influence. You making a decision and you know the truth. Deception and being tricked is you don't know the truth, but you making a decision. One of them, you know the truth. The other one, you don't have a clue what the truth is. So you got two ways. Satan will use you. So when you go back to your life, look at choices that you have made. Figure out, was I deceived? Was I tricked? Or did I know the truth and I was just influenced to do it anyway? So it's going to be one of those two things. Because this is very important when you're dealing with your free will. That's why I'm speaking on this. Like, when you're dealing with your free will, because Satan, he can only use your free will to do anything to you. It's going to come through your free will. So he's limited in his ability. It's through your free will. You're either going to be deceived or you're going to either be influenced. One to two. One of them, you don't have the truth guiding you. You don't have the truth guiding you. The second one, the deception and being tricked, is you don't have the truth to guide you. So you tricked into whatever choice that you make. But the second option, through influence, you know the truth, but you choose to do what you want to do. So one includes the truth, and it's a form of rebellion at that point. You know the truth and you still choose to do what you want to do. And then one of them is just you being deceived and tricked. So when you go back and you make choices, look at that. And you're going to see a lot of choices that you made, especially like a lot of bad choices. You was probably deceived. You was probably tricked and deceived. And later on, you like, dang, I can't believe this person lied about this and this person lied about that. You were tricked and deceived to exercise your free will. Because Satan don't play fair. So he going to trick and deceive you. Because if you knew the truth, you probably wouldn't even did it. So look at that, y'all, when y'all go back. Just self-reflect. Self-reflect on it. But then it goes into, okay, if Satan you free will, and it's only two ways to exercise your free will, and it's through free will, and it's through influence and through deception, then you got more control over what you got going on if you're more spiritually aware of the choices that you're making out here. And you know, y'all know what I'm saying? Because God got my mind open like a paradox. Y'all might not be able to dig, like, it's in like a click. Y'all might not be there. So let me stop, God. I don't think they there. Okay, y'all. So I was speaking on the influence. I'm speaking on the deception with Adam and Eve, and God saying that you cannot be deceived if you know the truth. So a lot of times, even in our society, they will hide the truth from you. You can be deceived if you don't know the truth. So so their whole objective is to hide the truth. Hide the truth. Because you can be tricked and deceived. Even if you go to court and you got lawyers, and just say you did do something, what they gonna do is they gonna hide the truth. Like they whole purpose, what they get paid for, is to hide the truth. So y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all enjoy y'all day. But yeah, I was speaking on the Adam and Eve, the deception. Okay, my dream. Okay, I had a dream today, Saturday the 7th, and in this dream, y'all, it was this. I did a video a while back, and I spoke on this person who was destined for hell. And this person was coming to me and telling me, I need you to relay a message. I'm trying to save my loved ones. I don't want them going to this place. You know, a while back, I did a video speaking on this particular person. And I told you this person had innocent blood on his hands, which means this person killed this person unalived a child, so to speak. This same person. This is what I dreamed about yesterday. I know y'all. Y'all want me getting that? I don't want to get into too much detail dealing with that, but in real life, this person had innocent blood on his hands, and every time I would come around this person, in my mind, like a broken record player, it'd be like he got innocent blood on his hands. He got innocent blood on his hands. He, like, it would play nonstop. So yeah, so I ain't gonna get into too much detail because I already spoke on this right here, this incident, this person. But this person was in my dream yesterday, so I don't know, because I never seen this person like that, like outside of them coming to me telling me that relay a message to their loved one because they didn't want them going to hell. Like that was the message that I did not deliver. But my daddy received the same message, and my daddy did not deliver it either. So he kind of me in my dream, he kind of my dad in his dream. And my dad I didn't know this a year later, because I had brought this person up. And then my dad was like, Mom, he kind of me in my dream. And I never received the message. And the only reason why I know the message is because my daddy, while he was alive, told me the message. And it was dealing with, I don't want this person going to hell like I am. Like I'm in hell, but I don't want this person going where I'm at. So that was the message. My daddy never delivered the message. And the only reason why I even know the message is because my daddy told me the message. Because I didn't even want to receive. I ain't receiving it. I'm like, I ain't receiving this. I don't even want to hear what you got to say. That's how I was, for real. So this part ended up going to my daddy. And one way or another, my daddy received that message. But today I had a dream. This person was in this dream. I don't know what this person represents. I don't know if this person represents spirit of death. Like, I don't know what this person represents, because I never seen this person outside of that incident years ago. Now this person had popped back up. Like I said, I'm thinking like maybe, because I don't really know, but me just speculating, maybe spirit of death around somebody. Like gonna be a death that happen really soon, dealing with somebody. Like that's what I'm getting out of. Like this person, the symbolism of death was just that's what this person is. Like that's what I'm getting out of it. Really, it wasn't nothing dealing with me, but this person just was in the dream that I was in, and so maybe around who this person is, it's somebody around this person that's finna die, so to speak. That's all I can get out of it. But this is a Saturday Sabbath, and for a person to pop up and see me on a Saturday Sabbath, ding, 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 the bell just going off. But that's what I'm getting out of it, y'all. So I'm speaking this Saturday Sabbath. I'll let y'all, y'all enjoy y'all day. Yeah. Cause I ain't never I don't know what this person represents. Cause this is my second time now after this right here. If word get back that somebody done died or something like that, I be like, oh, okay, this person represents the spirit of death. But until that happen, I don't know what this person's spirit represents. Cause I don't know what it represents. I don't know what it like. I've been saying it again, but I'm like, for what? I said it twice. I don't know what it represents. Like, I'm looking like what this person represents. My first mind, like maybe death. Like the angel death been released over somebody. It's the angel death been released over somebody. That's all I'm getting out of it, really. And yeah, that's all I got out of that. So y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go. Yeah, just know that sometimes you might not be consciously aware, but even the things that you do and you excel in, those are the gifts of God and spirits of God, and God is really getting glory in your situation from you doing your everyday routine, like leadership. That's me. I'm a leadership. Like I do everything. No matter where I go, I'm gonna be put somewhere where I'm in leadership, like all the time. Like they just throw me out there, like lead. So I know I'm gonna be putting like something dealing with leadership. I don't care where it is, where I go. A lot of times I be trying to hide out somewhere. Like I don't be trying to be out like that. But if they figure me out, I'm gonna be putting in leadership. Like they automatically like you and they gonna find something for me to do that's gonna be dealing with leading people and teaching people too. Cause at my past jobs and jobs I've been in, I always been like an on the floor trainer. I always had to like train people. Like they just throw me in these roles, y'all, naturally. But when you look at the fruits of the spirit, it aligns up with God and who He is. And even artistically, when you are artistic, God is showing His glory through you and through your artwork. All of it going back to God and giving God glory at the end of the day. So I'm talking to y'all later. Y'all enjoy y'all day.